Howdy y'all. A couple of months ago, I went on the hunt for a new camera bag, and that's because I was getting a laptop and I wanted to be able to carry that, the accessories, as well as some camera gear without it looking crazy, like some sort of really obvious tech bag that's kind of screams, hey, expensive stuff within. And I landed on this, the Brevite Jumper, and I do like it for the most part. And if you look, you'll find a lot of glowing reviews about this bag. But I'm just gonna cover some of the stuff that I didn't like, some of the nitpicks that I had about the jumper, and it's kind of Brevite itself, so we'll get to that here in a bit. But starting down here at the bottom, hopefully you can get a good angle of that. And that is the bottom straps. It could be that they're just not worn in, but I find these really annoying to tighten, so I just completely avoid using these for now. If I absolutely need the space, I'll probably end up using this and really discover if it's just my fault. Maybe it's just some of these kinks that still haven't worn out of these straps, but for whatever reason, they're just too annoying to tighten, especially when the side pocket is so damn good. This is more than enough for what I need. I can fit my entire tripod in here, the one that I use, and secure it with this little hook, which is super nice because on backpacks that do not have any sort of securing system, your tripod is just gonna flail around and it's just a total hazard. So it's super appreciated that this works so well. And because this works so well, I'm just willing to kind of forget about this until I really need it down the line. On to the bigger, probably most prevalent issue that I want to discuss. And first I'll mention that yes, you can access the camera cube from the side pocket. That works pretty well. The problem lies with the actual camera cube and the dividers that they include. The dividers, unassuming, they're just basically standard dividers. And yeah, that's fine. But the problem with these things is that my older bag, my older camera bag, it was a Low Pro something or other. Here's the model if you really want to know. But that had better dividers, and the thing that separates them is this. This little piece makes all the difference. And the reason that it does is because it gives you a place to secure at the bottom of the bag. That way you don't run into the issues I was running into. And that was, I had a camera with, I guess, maybe a big lens. So maybe I should have expected it, but it's super annoying that if I have that, if I have a divider here, for example, it would just collapse this and potentially collapse the other sections underneath that. So it was just a total pain in the ass. And it just kept happening, and eventually I just sort of had to build a specific sort of configuration to avoid that. And that was more or less this, and hopefully you guys can see that. Might be better over here, but I had to basically build my own support. So this sort of functions as a support for the top section. That way it doesn't have the ability to completely cave it in. But it's just annoying that I have to resort to that. I'd rather just configure everything else like I want it, rather than feel the need to be forced to do this, because the dividers are just kind of flimsy as all hell. And not that this feels really all that much different than this, it's just that this had the ability to secure to the bottom. So it just blows my mind that a cheaper bag had a better, more, I guess, thoughtful design in their dividers. And it's just crazy. So yes, you can kind of get around it. It's just annoying that you have to. So Brevite, in the future, please fix this. Please add that little bit of fabric underneath with Velcro. I mean, this material is already good enough to use as the other part of the Velcro. So just add that. I mean, hell, even if you sold new dividers that had it, I would buy those up immediately just to sort of match the look, and I don't want to use something janky. Okay. The other thing that I have is the issue with the company itself, well, maybe the marketing specifically. And that is that the marketing is a bit obnoxious. When you purchase this directly from Brevite, you are going to get completely ass blasted with emails. Worst of all, texts because somehow in the checkout process they get that information, and you were just gonna get tons and tons of notifications, not just for your own order, but like promotion material, marketing. They were trying to push me to their higher end bags. Hell, I was even getting some promos for this bag, and it was just annoying, like why? I already have this. Please stop. And maybe I did miss something in the checkout procedure. I could have unchecked something saying, hey, don't completely spam me. If you see that, just uncheck that and you'll be fine. If not, just completely, immediately unsubscribe from their text, from their email as soon as you get one of those. Whew. And that kind of leads on to one of the other things, is that I think in one of those emails, Brevite sort of offers, I think, a coupon code or something along those lines for a video. If you make a video, I'm not sure if it needs to be a great video. I doubt that I could get that promo for this video, but they give you some sort of coupon for future purchases. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're watching some of the more glowing reviews. Not to say that everybody that is telling you that they like this bag is a sham. Totally not, because I like this bag for the most part. So it's just a little strange, and that paired with the other issue, and that's their return policy, which they also market, and you'll see on their website that they talk about you have 14 days to return this product. And it makes it seem like, hey, you can try it out, 14 days, if you don't like it, return it, no biggie. But if you read the actual terms, you have to send it back completely unused with everything that sort of came with it, like all the packaging and stuff. So it's just feels really disingenuous, paired with everything else. Just gives me like a weird vibe. I hope that this is just some weird marketing team that shot and that totally missed the mark. So Brevite, that sort of marketing is just annoying. If you were going to offer a return period, be very clear as to what it has. Don't market it like it's something really crazy and you're this benevolent company, when in reality it's just a very basic return policy. And even worse, it's probably worse than some return policies because you can't even use it. You're just supposed to return it unused. And maybe that's like a standard with like clothing or something, maybe. I don't know. It's just so strange. So those are the issues that I've had with this bag. Apart from that, I've really been enjoying this bag. I use this almost every day for the past couple months and very little complaints, pretty comfortable. The only thing I would have kind of liked also is a sternum strap. That would have been nice. I really liked that on my other bag. Maybe it would have clashed with the sort of look, the sort of vibe they're going for with this whole aesthetic, but that's just something to note. This is probably the most rambly sort of video that I've made in quite some time, but if you have any questions about the bag, about some of the other stuff that I've shown, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I will do my best to respond. I'm really hoping that this sort of feedback helps fix some of these issues going forward. I'm not just trying to completely shit on something, because I do genuinely like this bag. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to follow me on my socials, subscribe to the channel. I need a drink. Have a good day. See ya.